Hey, welcome back to Story Time. My name's Josh. Thank you so much for hanging out and reading another story with me today. If this is your first time, welcome. We're about to read a fun, exciting story called Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Whoa! In the last video, we read the book before this, called The Force Awakens. Now, if you like hanging out for stories and reading with me and watching these, feel free to subscribe. Please click that bell and we'll be able to hang out and read stories all the time. I do that all the time. You watch, I'll read. I read and kind of watch, I guess, don't I? I use my eyes. Are you bored yet? I'm just joking. I just talk too much. We want to read stories. Story time, here we go. Star Wars: The Last Jedi by Elizabeth Schaefer, illustrated by Alan Batson. Here we go. I hope you're comfortable and you're ready. Don't be bored. Don't let me talking too much bore you, because we're about to go delve deep into a Star Wars story. And they are awesome. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They start like that all the time. It's great. The evil First Order was taking over the galaxy. The brave Resistance tried to stop them, but First Order Star Destroyers had the heroes on the run. The daring pilot Poe Dameron and his squadron of X-Wing fighters defended the Resistance fleet, allowing them to escape into hyperspace. Meanwhile, General Leia had sent a young hero named Rey on a mission to the distant planet of Ahch-To to find Leia's brother, Luke Skywalker. Luke was the last Jedi, a master of a powerful energy field called the Force. Leia hoped Luke would help defeat the First Order once and for all. He's very, very powerful Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Let's move on. Let's keep finding out what's going to happen. Just when it seemed that the Resistance was safe, the First Order found them. The villains had a special machine that could track the Resistance anywhere. As long as the machine existed, the Resistance would never be safe. General Leia's son, Kylo Ren, led the First Order attack on the Resistance fleet. Kylo was a student of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Wow. Oh. But the supreme leader of the First Order, Snoke, had turned Kylo Ren to evil. Or otherwise known as the dark side. Yeah. The Resistance hero Finn used to be a stormtrooper and hated the First Order, but Finn was worried about his friend Rey, so he decided to leave the battle to find her. When Finn tried to board the escape pod, a technician named Rose zapped him with an electro-shock prod. She told Finn that Rey could take care of herself. The Resistance needed him. Together, Rose and Finn came up with a plan to stop the First Order's tracking machine. But the machine was on the biggest and most dangerous ship in the First Order. They needed to help get past the security systems. The two heroes blasted off to the beautiful city of Canto Bight to find the master codebreaker to help them. Poe Dameron's droid, BB-8, decided to help too. Meanwhile, Rey's mission was not going well. That's no good. Luke refused to help the Resistance, and he wouldn't train Rey in the Force. Rey's friend and co-pilot Chewbacca made himself at home on the island. Over here. No, the Wookiee even made some new friends. Check them out. All these little tiny little creatures. They're cute in the movie. They go like this. They're like. Is that good? It's kind of like that. It's more just funny watching me make silly faces. But everything changed when Luke's droid R2-D2 showed him an old hologram of Leia asking for help. Wow. So in the older movies, R2-D2 does that as well. So it's super, super meaningful. Luke might not have listened to Rey, but he couldn't ignore his own sister, so Luke agreed to teach Rey. Luke's been around for a very, very long time. Rey began training every day with Luke, but as Rey grew stronger, she started connecting with Kylo Ren across the galaxy through the Force. Rey began to wonder if she could save Kylo from the dark side. It's them training up here, Luke and Rey, and then Rey and Kylo Ren connecting through the Force, and they can see each other. It's really quite interesting. Oh, almost knocked over my apple. Don't want to do that. At Canto Bight, Rose and Finn had crashed their ship on the beach, and the police, threw them in jail before they could find the master codebreaker. But inside their cell, the two heroes met a strange man named DJ, who helped them escape. I wonder if he might be the codebreaker. Do you think so? Rose and Finn jumped onto a speedy creature called a Fathia and raced through the city away from the police until they reached a cliff. Rose and Finn were stuck. Zoom! DJ and BB-8 had arrived in a ship to rescue Rose and Finn. DJ said he could sneak them into the First Order's main ship for a price. So much happening, it's just action-packed on this page. That's why I jumbled my words. I was looking at the pictures. Look, they're running on the Fathia there. It's a big creature and they go so fast. Don't worry, they got saved. They're on the ship now. As DJ flew Finn, Rose and BB-8 towards Supreme Leader Snoke's ship, Rey was growing anxious on Ahch-To. She wanted to help her friends in the Resistance and try to save Kylo Ren. Luke still would not leave the island, so Rey climbed aboard the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca and R2-D2 and flew away. Kylo Ren was waiting for Rey on the First Order's ship. She told him to leave the First Order and join the Resistance, but Kylo told Rey that he thought she would be turned to the dark side. He brought Rey before his evil master. "Come closer, child," Snoke snarled, pulling Rey toward him with the Force. Look. He's got his hand out, he's going like that, and then Rey's being grabbed and she's floating through the air towards him. Meanwhile, DJ had helped Finn, Rose and BB-8 sneak onto Snoke's ship, but before the heroes could disable the tracking machine, they were discovered by Captain Phasma and her stormtroopers. Yeah, that's Captain Phasma down there. That's no good. Rose and Finn got captured. DJ cut a deal to escape, but the stormtroopers captured Finn and Rose. Just when it seemed that the heroes were doomed, a big AT-ST walker started firing all around the ship. Oh no, BB-8 had taken control. Oh no, it's good. BB-8 had taken control of the walker to save his friends. BB-8 to the rescue. Finn grabbed an electro staff and fought off the stormtroopers. He even defeated his old commander, Captain Phasma. Check it out, BB-8 here on the AT-ST walker there. Firing away, and then Finn fighting with Phasma. Then Finn, Rose and BB-8 jumped into a First Order shuttle and blasted to freedom. Not far away, Kylo Ren watched Snoke hurting Rey. Kylo knew he had to do something, so he destroyed his evil master. Kylo and Rey even worked together to defeat Snoke's powerful Red Guards. But instead of joining the Resistance, Kylo asked Rey to join the First Order and help him take over the galaxy. Rey knew that she and Kylo would never be on the same side, so she took off with Chewbacca on the Falcon to find the Resistance. They're fighting together there, which is kind of cool, teaming up, but in the end, still, different sides. Meanwhile, Finn, Rose and BB-8 had rejoined the Resistance on the planet Crate. The heroes were hiding in an abandoned base in a big cave, but soon Kylo Ren and the First Order arrived with gigantic AT-M6 walkers. Poe, Finn, Rose and a small group of Resistance fighters tried to defend the base in old ski speeders, but they were outnumbered and overpowered. Luckily, Rey and Chewbacca arrived in the Millennium Falcon just in time, blasting the First Order TIE fighters. But the First Order was too strong and the Resistance had to retreat into the cave. When all hope seemed lost, a robed figure appeared. Luke Skywalker had returned to help the Resistance. Rey's determination and bravery had inspired him to join the fight. Kylo was furious. He drew his lightsaber and charged onto the battlefield to destroy his old teacher. While Luke battled Kylo, Poe and his friends searched for a way out of the cave. They followed strange crystal foxes through tunnels deep inside the cave. the foxes slipped into a small opening between giant boulders, but it wasn't big enough for the heroes to escape. They were trapped. Oh no. Rey sensed that her friends were in trouble. She and Chewie flew the Falcon through the cave. Through cave after cave. Sorry, I'm just looking at all these pictures. It's amazing. Through cave after cave, searching for the resistance. TIE fighters tried to stop them, but they were no match for Chewie's fast flying. So that's them following the silver foxes through the caves to find the way out, but it slipped through a tiny little it's a big pile of boulders, and it slipped through a tiny little hole, and they couldn't all fit, so they were stuck. And then Chewie and Rey flying through to try and find where they are, because Rey could sense through the Force that something was wrong. Chewbacca and Rey landed the Falcon outside the cave. They quickly found their friends trapped behind boulders. Rey used the Force to lift the enormous rocks blocking their escape, and everyone was free. Suddenly, during his duel with Kylo, Luke vanished. The Jedi Master had never left Ahch-To Island. He had used the Force to project an image of himself on Crate to distract Kylo so the Resistance could escape. But Luke had used up all of his energy to save the Resistance, so he became one with the Force and was at peace. Soon all of the heroes were blasting off in the Falcon to safety. Rey asked Leia how the Resistance could possibly defeat the First Order now. "We have everything we need," Leia said, gesturing to all of their friends surrounding them. Rey knew Leia was right. As long as the heroes had hope, they could bring peace to the galaxy together. There you go. That's Star Wars The Last Jedi. Thanks so much for watching and reading this story with me today. If you enjoy these stories, please subscribe, click that bell, and we'll be able to watch and hang out, do stories all the time. Bye-bye.